Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today we're going to do an updated version of GNOG, or Golden Nugget Online Gaming. So it's been a while since I covered this stock, and in fact the last time I covered it I actually didn't own shares, but now I'm a shareholder. I've had a few of you guys say, look Jacob, it's been a while since you talked about this, can you give us an update on where you see this going? So here we are talking about GNOG, so if you could smash the like button. So first of all, I've got a few things to go through, so I'll try and get through them very quick and not keep you for too long. But first of all, easy money. So funny enough, this was a company that I did not own, but in probably February, March time, we had the Nasdaq have a nice pullback. It pulled back about 10%. Now this stock, GNOG, was doing quite well. It was a recent SPAC stock. It went all the way up to like $26, $27, something around that range. And then next thing you know, we have the whole tech pullback, and this was one of the stocks that got hit absolutely huge. The stock lost 50% of its value, which, you put that into perspective, that's just a huge amount of drop. Loads of people selling out this company. And at one point, this stock actually dropped down to like the $13 range. And I was like, okay, that's kind of crazy. Like, in general, in this kind of industry, I'm a big fan of Gang. I'm a big fan of DraftKings, and those are my two long-term holds in this industry. But I know this industry quite well, and I know this company quite well. And I was judging this, and I was looking at the valuation of it at this sort of price at $13. And I was looking at the future it has and the numbers it's been putting in. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be a bit over diversified by going into another company in this area. But I was looking at GNOG at $13, and I was like, oh, this is just easy money. And I don't use that term too much, but honestly, I could only see easy money here. And I thought if I buy here, even if I'm going to only hold for a couple of weeks, this is going to have a good, 30-40% jump from the prices that it's currently at. And I actually made a post on Patreon saying I'm buying this because it's easy money. And if you want to join that Patreon where I always post when I'm buying and selling, there's a link in the description, and you join through there. You get the price alerts like Golden Nugget, and also there's a Discord, private live streams on there. And if you do want to start buying some shares in Golden Nugget, there's a link to a free trade account. You open an account up through there, you also get a free share as well. But I was posting on there saying that, Golden Nugget at this sort of valuation is just easy money. And I think actually there was a YouTube video where at the end of the week I recapped all the stocks I bought when it was that big dip in the Nasdaq, and I was saying, look, I didn't have any plans to buy Golden Nugget, but if you're offering me at $13, it's just easy money. And actually now, funny enough, the stock has risen. It's up to about $17 right now as we're recording this video. So it has had a bit of jump, and there you go. It would have been a nice 30+% you would have made from buying in that little Nasdaq correction we had. And that was the first thing that attracted me into it. Just the valuation and the growth you get in here was definitely easy money. So yeah, I did buy into Golden Nugget because of the valuation just being so cheap. But yeah, I'll kind of get to, at the end of the video, I'll get to where I am looking to sell it. Now, I'll kind of go through a bull case of why I'm buying this company quite quickly. So first of all, GNOG, Golden Nugget Online Gaming. Mainly this, compared to DraftKings, which is fantasy sports and the sportsbook side of it, and Gang's more of a provider of the software. What I like about this, the little diversified to what the other ones are, is it's more focused on casinos. So we've got Golden Nugget, which is part of the casinos, the laundries, and yeah, this is more focused on casino games. So these guys currently only operate, well, they did only operate in New Jersey, where it had a really nice market share, and it always grew its revenue. It was, funny enough, always profitable as well. So something like a DraftKings isn't profitable. These guys are actually putting profit in. And if you don't know, basically, Golden Nugget, online casinos, a lot of online gambling in the US is currently not allowed. Well, mostly. We're starting to see more and more states allow online gambling now. And because of that, you've got an explosion here. That seems just so crazy to us UK guys, because we've had online gambling for so long now. But in the US, that's only starting to happen. These states can get a lot more taxes in now from this. And yeah, it's starting to be allowed in more and more states, and there'll be even more states in the future. Massive growing industry, and that's why I want a big, massive part in this industry. Like I say, these guys are more with the casino side of it. And these guys at the moment, the one state they have been in New Jersey, nice market share, nice revenue growth, nice profit growth as well. And they've done quite well off there. Now, what they're going to actually look to do is they've just actually opened up in Michigan right now, and everything seems to be going quite well on there. They do need to kind of grow the market share, but they've only just done a soft launch, and just starting to start advertising now, so can't judge it too much at the moment, but it does look like it's going quite well in Michigan. So you've got New Jersey, which they've done very well on, had a good market share. Now they're expanding into Michigan, which will give them even more income, and there's even more launches towards the end of the year that is going to help the revenue increase. So I think the next one they're actually opening up is Virginia, I think it is. If it's not, it's Pennsylvania. I'll probably have a screenshot up right now which does say which one it is. But as the years go on, these guys are going to go into more and more states and they will get more and more revenue. And if they can keep a good market share up around about 10%, these guys will have massive amounts of revenue increase, massive amounts of profit increase. Now the profit might get hit a little bit when they go into more and more of these states because they need to put like, promotions in there, things to get customers in so the customers stay with them for like the rest of their like gambling life, I guess. So that will the profit might be a little bit in and out while expanding to these states, but they are currently making profit, and also the revenue will increase absolutely huge as well, which is fantastic. So like I say, the next update we'll kind of get is like the Michigan launch and revenue in there in Q1 2021. Recently what happens, and you guys know about this, I'm not a huge fan when companies bring out preliminary earnings. These guys did do that, which it means that probably when actual earnings do come out, which I believe is next week, it means that the stock probably go down because we pretty much know what revenue is going to be coming out in there. But recently on the recent preliminary earnings, funny enough, the revenue beat was absolutely insane. They grew at 63% revenue, and funny enough, in the investor presentation, I think they were expected to do like in 2020 like 80 million in revenue, but they actually put in like 91 million. So even a massive profit beat there, and I think even 2021, I think the numbers are going to be even bigger than what they put in the investor presentation when they came as a SPAC when they merged. And I think when you look at the bull case of it, just like DraftKings, just like GNOG, it's just so easy to see how this is going to go up in revenue, profit, and the share price will follow. I think the bull case to understand this company is probably one of the easiest ones out there. And I think like for sure, this is definitely going to go and grow its revenue and the share price will go up. Now, one thing that really attracted me to this and why I was kind of happy to hold GNOG and also DraftKings, because I like them too a little bit more. Stronger balance sheet. I think they've got a bit stronger management as well than these guys. But like I said, the valuation was just too cheap. And that's what attracted me to finally go buy it, is that the valuation just got too cheap on this company. So you look at the revenue growth of GNOG, like I say, 63%, DraftKings 90% revenue growth, GNOG 107% revenue growth. So you can see GNOG doesn't grow as much of these, but don't get me wrong, 63% growth. How many companies would like to grow at that sort of rate? But this is the big massive thing that attracts me to GNOG. When you actually run like the figures on GNOG, DraftKings and GNOG, price sales ratio was about 11 on GNOG. And just put that into perspective, DraftKings is like 42 and GNOG's like 26. So it's like half the valuation right now at the other two companies that I hold. And I was like, okay, that's just so cheap for a company that's putting in 63% revenue growth, clear plan of how to grow revenue, and also is profitable as well. So just on a valuation point of view, this is exactly why I'm saying like this company has a lot of upside compared to the other people. That sure, they deserve to be valued a little bit more than GNOG because it grows a little bit quicker, but GNOG's still a great company, and at a price to sales ratio of about 11, I think that's pretty cheap. Now I am going to say the one thing that never put me, when this was a SPAC stock, the one thing that always put me off, and the only little red flag I did have with this stock, is that the obviously the CEO Tillman Ferreira was obviously the CEO of the company, and I'm not a big fan of him as managing the company. Don't get me wrong, what he's done with GNOG, you can see the growth is absolutely fantastic with the company. But my problem with him is that basically what happened is this company was spun off from the rest of the Golden Nugget and then taken public. But before it was taken public, what he did is he actually put a big loan on Golden Nugget online gaming. So and that cash then went to the laundries, which was what this part was originally, and that cash was put in to save the rest of like the laundries empire, because they have a lot more like land-based restaurants and casinos, so they were struggling because of the CV. So he raised money on this company, used that for the rest of the laundries, then took this public through a SPAC, and then got the cash injection to pay off the debt. That's the thing I don't like. I don't like how the management used this as a bit of a company to save the rest of his empire. I wasn't a fan of that. Don't get me wrong, what is going on here is absolutely fantastic, but that was always it put me off buying this one instead of like GNOG and DraftKings because of that. And because of that, GNOG had the worst balance sheet out of GNOG and DraftKings. I think somewhere around the debt was like 150 million and the cash was 80 million. So you can see it's very debt to cash heavy, but at least it's profitable. That's the good thing. But I think what has just come out, and I should have really checked this beforehand, I think they've just put some warrants out, so these guys will actually jump to 200 million in cash. So when you actually look at that now, it looks a lot better on the balance sheet, but still a little debt heavy. I think I'm okay with it. Well, I'm okay with it because I did buy it, but I thought I'd just make you aware of that because I didn't like that situation, what Tillman did do with putting this debt on this company to save the rest of the empire and then taking it public and then getting cash to pay that debt off. Weren't a huge fan of that, but yeah, that's why I didn't buy this one as much as the other ones. But yeah, that's just a red flag that I thought I'd let you know about it, but it is looking a bit better now. So I guess this kind of goes down to my last question of like, when will I sell this company? So obviously you can tell I'm a fan of this company, sure, the management, the balance sheet, but the growth it has and the plan it has and the market share it has, the games that it's going to bring out for the platform, it's a really good platform. And like I say, it's a bit different to the other ones because it's more casino based. So when will I sell? It depends on a few things. If Golden, in my opinion, if GNOG goes somewhere around the $25 mark very soon, for me, I probably will take that. I mean, that will put me up nearly 100%. So if it goes up there very quickly, I probably will take my money and leave this one for now. And then I've got Gang and DraftKings in there, like 5-year holds for me. And so if that was to happen, I would probably take a quick, easy money on that one. Right now, $13 is an amazing average. And if it's gone up a little bit, but if it was to kind of just stay at like $17 for now for like quite a few months, I might be tempted to hold it longer term because then we'll see like how good the Michigan revenue is. There'll probably be a few more state launches then, and then the revenue will jump, and then I think, okay, there's more and more upside here. So it depends exactly what the stock price does, because if you give me 100% return within the next 6 months, I'm probably going to run there and go invest it in something else. But if it does stay around here, then it could come a longer term hold. So it depends exactly, and it'll be interesting to see as well how good the Michigan launch is. But yeah, I think if it does, I think $25 for me is where I'd be happy to kind of leave this one. So we'll see where it goes. If it does get there, that's like I say, I'll take my money there. If it doesn't, we'll reassess the situation in a few months' time, and I might hold a bit longer term. But yeah, I think at the moment, like I say, $13 was just way too easy money. But yeah, and it's already had a big jump, and that's exactly what I plan to do. So it's one that I probably will update you as we go forward, but that's my plan at the moment. I'm just watching it and see where it goes. So like I say, that would be where I jump out in the short term anyway, if it was to do that. But hope you enjoyed it anyway, because I know a few guys wanted a little bit of update in this one. So like I say, I hope it was useful. You could smash the like button if you are new, subscribe, that would be absolutely amazing. And I'll see you in the next video.